Oliver Sloup from Blue Line Futures in Chicago. Thanks for joining the show, Oliver. Everything just kind of giving up the ghost here as we go to the close.
Yeah, a little bit weaker in today's session. We do have September options expiration tomorrow, which might be keeping a lid on the corn market here. It's the max pain area would be the 650 for September corn, which is below the market. That's where a lot of the open interest is for the puts and the calls. But obviously, the hot button topic this week has been the Pro Farmer Crop Tour, which I was on for the first half of the leg in the Eastern Tour, or on the Eastern side. And it was good, but there wasn't really that big wow factor that was going to make up for some of the lost ground on the Western half in South Dakota, Nebraska, in Western Iowa. So it's going to be interesting to see how we finish out Iowa today. And then Minnesota, it sounds like there's some good data coming out of there as well. But I think a lot of that bad news was baked into the cake in the first couple of days.
You know, we had DTN in about 3 weeks ago, and they gave us that 167 for corn. And before they went out, we were able to speak to them for a little while. And they said the West was as bad as they thought. It was the East which was the disappointment. And that sounds like a little bit of what you're saying. They said it wasn't as good as needed to kind of offset everything out there. That's why they came in at 167. Does that kind of jive with you?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And it looks terrible when comparing it to last year, but last year the East did phenomenal. So it's, almost comparing apples and oranges. It's good corn, but it's just not good enough to bring up those averages from the western side of the corn belt. And obviously South Dakota with the Pro Farmer coming in at 118, that's going to be, you got to have some sort of a wow factor yield out there, and we're just not getting that throughout the Midwest. So, it's in line with the 3-year average with regards to the national corn yield, but it's not going to be anywhere close to where it was last year in the eastern side, that's for sure.
Right. Well, that's great. That's great stuff. Great information. I'm glad you run that tour.